Hello everyone, it's Tony here again with another one of my video tutorials for the Mac system. Today I want to address an issue that keeps recurring with a lot of the affiliates who happen to have a custom domain set up in their Mac system. And what I mean by custom domain is, for example, in your user settings, um, manage my sites. Down here, if you have a domain name, a custom domain set up to use with your site merge fields. Okay, if you're one of those people that have a custom domain set up and you're having issues with your site merge fields, then there's several reasons why this is happening. And what I mean by site merge fields, I'm talking about when you send somebody an email. Let me just go through show you exactly what I mean here. So I'm going to bring up my own contact. And this applies, by the way, to any kind of email, whether it's a broadcast email, an autoresponder, or a follow-up email, it doesn't matter. So when you send someone a site merge field from here, um, let's say you want to send somebody the link to the 20-minute video. So you in the email editor, you click on site merge fields and you select the one for the 20-minute video. Now, although here it's not a clickable link and it's in brackets, this is what's called a merge field. Okay, what it would actually look like when the recipient gets it, when your prospect gets it, will look like this one here, with your custom domain followed by some code that will make the video trackable. Meaning when the prospect views the video, it would track it and tell you that the person has watched the video. All right. So what's happening is with some people, when they send the email to their prospect and the prospect are clicking on the link, it's not working. It's not going to where it's supposed to go. Well, this is not a problem with the Mac system itself. It's the way you have your domain forwarding set up. So as you can see, when I clicked on mine, it worked perfectly fine, right? So why isn't it working for you? It's most likely, there's several reasons, but most likely what I've been finding from the people I've helped so far is because you don't have your domain forwarding set properly. And here's what I mean. Under generate prospects, what some of you might be doing is you're taking this link right here because you're reading my lead capture page URL, and you obviously you're taking this link, which has the save in gold at the end of it, and you're using that as your redirect link in your GoDaddies. And that's what I found in a couple of people that have helped. That was the case. It's actually this link that you want, your site URL link. Okay, this one up here. And you don't click on it, because if you click on it, it changes. See, it's something different now. Okay, from what it says here and what it says over here are two different things. So you don't click on it. What you want to do is you want to highlight the link and copy it by pressing Control, hold the Control key and pressing C. That copies it into the clipboard. Okay, so again, you press and hold the Control key and you press C, and that will copy it. Now this is what you do on the PC. I don't know what it is on the Mac. You're just gonna have to ask somebody who uses the Mac how you do copy into the clipboard. Okay, once it's been copied, now you want to go to your GoDaddy account to make sure that your redirect URL is exactly that and not something else. Okay. Um, if you're not using GoDaddies for your domain forwarding, you should be, because some hosting companies or some registrars, although they do offer domain forwarding, not all domain forwarding are equal. They're not all the same. For example, at the beginning, I was using HostGator, and it took us several weeks to find out that the HostGator domain forwarding is not compatible with the Mac system. So all my video views were not trackable. I just wasn't tracking it, and we couldn't figure out why. It took us several weeks of trial and error to find that issue. So if you're not using GoDaddy's, I strongly suggest that you switch to GoDaddy for your domain forwarding. Now, assuming that that's what you're using, you want to log into your GoDaddy account and you want to go to Manage Domains. So domains, you click on Manage Domains. And if you have several domain names, you want to go through one that you're using for the Mac system. In my case, it's increaseyourgoldiq.com. You click on this down pointing arrow, and from the list that pops up, you want to select forward domain. Okay, now it's already set up for me. In your case, it might not be already set up, but if it is, you want to click on update forwarding, and you want to make sure that this link here is exact link as what's over here. Okay, same thing. That's why you copy this into the clipboard just in case it's not the same link. Now, what I found with some of the people who are having the issues is that at the end here, there is a save in gold. I guess the link is has save in gold at the end of it, and that's what's been causing the issue. So you want to make sure that that's not on there. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this. Once you made sure that's set up properly, you save, of course. If you had to make correction, you save it, and that's that as far as GoDaddy goes. The next thing you want to make sure is that there's a couple other things in your Mac system that could be preventing your site merge fields from working. And to do that, you'd have to go to Home, My User Settings, then you go down to Manage My Sites. Okay, now on this page here, a couple of things you want to make sure. See, there's where you enter your domain name. You want to make sure that www is inserted here, because sometimes people put http :// increaseyourgoal.q or whatever your domain is. You want to make sure www is put in there. It even says it here in the instructions somewhere, I think. Where is it? There it is. If you set up a custom domain to forward to your site, be sure to include www in the URL when you point your domain to your replicated site. If you do not use it in the URL, video viewing will not be tracked properly. Okay. And there's that link again. It shows it to you right here. This is what you want to have your GoDaddy, your domain to redirect to this right here. The other issue I think too is let me see here. Oh, you want to make sure you're using domain with masking, and let's go back to GoDaddy's here and go to domain forwarding. Okay, so when you're setting up your forwarding, you want to make sure that it's a permanent, the redirect type is permanent, so 301, and that you've selected not just forward only, forward with masking. Because if you don't select forward with masking, again, the video views are not going to work. It says here, if you set up a custom domain to forward to your site, you must set up domain with masking. If you set up your domain with forwarding only, the revisit links to your autoresponder emails will not work properly. Okay, so one is you want to make sure that your domain forwarding in your GoDaddy account is set up properly. It should be pointing to this URL here. Second, you want to make sure that you have your domain forwarding with masking turned on. Third, you come back to your Mac, you want to make sure that the www is inserted here. So all those are all things you want to make sure you have in place in order for your site merge fields to work properly. Once you've done that, then it should work perfectly fine. Okay. And the way to test it is to send yourself an email and insert the site merge field for a video or something, and then test it by clicking on it. If it takes you to wherever it's supposed to go, then you know it's working fine. I hope this helps. I know it sounds a bit confusing. This is probably one of the trickiest things to set up in your Mac system, and seems to be a lot of people are doing it wrong. Okay, so I hope this helps. If you have any questions, just send me a private message, and I'll try to help you with that. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.